Yes, dear students, before we start with this activity and our today's session, let's start with the idiom of the week. And today's idiom is fifth wheel. Idiom is fifth wheel. So try to guess the meaning as I'm reading out this sentence. If our friend Mohit comes with us, he'll just be a fifth wheel. If our friend Mohit comes with us, he'll just be a fifth wheel. Can you guess the meaning? Yes? Pardon, who's speaking? Can you guess the meaning? But you're not audible. If you can type your answer in the chat box. Anybody else who can guess the meaning? It means an extra person or an unneeded person. हिंदी में कहते हैं ना कबाब में हड्डी होना, जिसकी जरूरत नहीं होती है तो we just call him कि तुम्हारी जरूरत नहीं है, he'll be just a kebab mein haddi. So that way an unneeded person. So we use this one, that the person will be a fifth wheel. Now this proverb, this was first used in France. कहते हैं कि 16th century में से use करना शुरू किया गया था. Basically the idea behind this is, if you see a unicycle, it has only one wheel. Bicycle, it has two wheels. Tricycle, three wheels. And wagons, four wheels, right? So no vehicle need five wheels, right? किसी भी गाड़ी में आपने 5 चक्के लगे हुए देखे हैं? So if the fifth wheel is there, it is just a surplus thing, good for nothing. ठीक है. अब आप बोलोगे मैम स्टेफनी तो होती है, वो दैट इज डिफरेंट, वो चक्का लगा नहीं होता, दैट इज केप्ट सेपरेट, राइट? सो इन द सेम वे, अगर सपोज कुछ लोग बाहर जा रहे हैं एंड कोई एक्स्ट्रा पर्सन उनको ज्वाइन करता है, जस्ट टैग्स अलोंग विद देम, सो यू कैन जस्ट कॉल द पर्सन एज अ फिफ्थ wheel, that you're not needed, he is just a fifth wheel. Okay, so this is the idiom of the week. Try to use it in your sentences. I'll be asking you a few sentences in the later next sessions, so do prepare some of the sentences as well, right? So let's begin with today's session. Here is one activity that I'm going to start with. You will be shown 2 pictures, and when you see those pictures, you have to write down the thoughts that come to your mind, right? So thoughts, basically, you will think about the emotions. Now see, there are 2 pictures. So when you see this first picture, eyes के साथ किस तरह के इमोशंस जुड़े होते हैं? Then when you see fire, what kind of emotions are attached with fire? Now I am going to share one link in the chat box, right? When you click on the link, a page will open. It is a Padlet page. To write on it, one example is done for you. Click anywhere, double click anywhere on the screen there. A box will open. There you will write your name first in the title section, and then write jahan text here likha hoga, write text here. There you will write your answer. So you will write the word eyes, and you will think of the emotions related to, associated with eyes, and you will think about the emotions related to fire. So jitne bhi words aapko milenge, you can write there. Is it clear to all of you? So an example is also done from my side, just to give you a hint. So let me just quickly share the link in the chat box. Okay. Here is the link in the chat box. When you click on it, you will get a Padlet account, a book, a page on the net, and just click, double click anywhere on the screen, a text box will open there. So think and start writing your answers. The 2 visuals are in front of you. So think of it and then write your answers. Here is the screen in front of you where one way Moksha has started. Good, Moksha. Write your answer. One is done for you from my side. I can see your answers there. So start writing your answers. Write down all the emotions, the words that come to your mind, like fire. Fire is also depicts anger. Ice shows insensitivity, a cold behavior. Let me see how many you can guess related to fire and ice. You have 2 minutes to do this activity, so be very quick. Write your name as well first. Click anywhere on the screen and write your answers. Just think, जब आप fire को देखते हो, fire किस तरह के emotions को symbolize करता है? Think of it. You can write anything that is coming to your mind, right? You can just write the word. No need to explain it. Wonderful, Khushi. Very good. Sayam has also started. Very good. I can see you writing your answers. Well done. Good job. Keep writing. Fire energy, ice cooling. Okay. Sukhdeep has written fire shows me. Okay, she's still writing. Khushi has written fire, anger, anxiety. Very good. And ice, peace. Okay. Ice, hatred. Who has written ice, hatred? And you can like the answer also. The love symbol is made there. Agar aapko kisi ka jawab pasand aata hai, you can also click on that. Sayam has written fire is a sign of anger or something that can cause harm. Very good. Whereas ice is a sign of calmness, cool-mindedness. Okay. Bhumi, fire, a courage to do something. Ice, cool mind. Okay, good answers. I'm getting a lot of responses from your side. Keep writing, keep writing. I'm waiting for your responses. More to come. But why the rest of the students are not participating? It's just about participating and sharing thoughts. Keep writing. Suhana, fire, anger, ice, cool. Okay, well done. Add your point of view. Sukhman has written fire, energy, and ice cooling. Okay. Keep writing, keep writing. Sukhdeep, fire shows me passion. Wow, good ones. Ice shows me cold emotion. Wonderful, cold emotions. Okay, good. Keep writing. Why are the rest of the students not participating, beta? Please do write your answers. See how interesting it is. You can see the answers, the responses of others as well, side by side. Bhumi, fire, a courage to do something. Ice, cool mind. Manik, it means cool and fresh, like, yes, feels like to keep calm. And fire, it indicates anger. Okay, good. Do write your name as well. Srishti has written destruction. Beta, you have not mentioned destruction. What for destruction? You can edit your work as well. You can type it again by clicking on it. So please do write destruction आपने किसके लिए लिखा है and rigidity किसके लिए. And who has written this one? Ice, hatred, fire, empathy. Kindly write your name here. Krish, okay. Fire, empathy. Empathy कैसे हो सकता है fire? Just think over it and write again. But if you have not participated yet, you still can write it. Hurry up. I hope you are enjoying it. Also looking at others' work. Vani has written fire, hatred, and ice. Cool. Okay, good. Chaliye, wonderful. Rishika, fire is a kind of anger. Ice meant to cooling and calmness. Okay. So last, I'll be giving you 1 more minute so that you can complete it. Yatin, yes, beta. Write your answer. Sukman has changed. Fire, fearless. Ice, pleasure. Okay. See how the two visuals have made you think. Arshpreet Singh has written fire, hate, ice, affection. Okay. Once we read the poem Fire and Ice, you will discover something new. The poet's point of view. Hurry up, the last 30 seconds. Kashish, fire, anger, ice, calm. Okay, welcome. All your responses are welcome here. I hope you enjoyed this activity. 15 seconds. Then I'll stop sharing this screen with you. So hurry up. You can also edit it later on if you want to, but let it be like this. Don't edit it. I hope it is done from all. Krish has written ice, hatred, fire, anger. Chaliye, wonderful responses, students. I'm really happy that you all participated. Okay, someone has, Sayam has started designing. Yes, you can always design your presentations as well. You can edit, you can reframe it. I hope you're liking it. Sukman has also changed the color. Sukdeep also, wonderful. See how creative you people are. And thank you for your responses. Now we'll be working and discussing on the responses. So let me just now stop sharing the screen, okay? So these were the two pictures, ice and fire. And it made you think a lot. But now I want you to ponder over one more thing, right? I'm going to show a video here. And you'll try to think over it and answer this question. What, according to you, is the strongest factor, fire or ice, in causing the end of the world? Now, we will associate your responses given on the Padlet and the question that I have put in front of you. After watching the video, you will explain and you will relate to your answer and try and justify it. Okay, so I've given you the question to ponder upon, think on it while watching the video as well. Okay, just give me a second so as I can play the video. Now watch this video carefully. Please do confirm if the audio is clear to you. Sound you can see. Yes, beta, is it audible? If you can unmute and tell me.
Yes.
Okay, then watch it.
Yes.
you liked this video and you understood the thought conveyed in the video. So now let me just again start sharing the screen. Yes. Now, you also shared the emotions regarding fire and ice. Some of you said coolness, freshness, right? Some of you talked about being insensitive, cold attitude. Regarding fire, some said anger, contempt, gussa, jealousy, right? Of course, now the poet has taken a very different point of view. In the poem, Fire and Ice, we have just recently read about the poem Dust and Snow, which was again written by poet Robert Frost. And he's again here with another thought, very contrasting thoughts that he had shared in the poem when he talks about the word fire and ice. Now, so how he has taken these two things. The word fire, what the poet has taken is anger, jealousy, disgust, contempt, uncontrolled desire, greed, conflicts, fury, lust, intolerance, avarice. And on the other side, ice, he interprets the word as insensitivity, coldness, the indifferent attitude, hatred, cruelty, rigidity, cold reasoning devoid of human feelings. So he has taken the two words and he has presented a very different idea. And again, he has used these two symbols, fire and ice, to explain the human behavior, human emotions, how these two extreme emotions cause threat to the existence of mankind, even to the existence of the world. So it's an extremely compact lyrical poem, right? So before I go for the introduction of the poem, I want you to answer. You have seen the video, two contrasting images have been shown. One, the world getting destroyed by fire, and on the other side, the world getting destroyed by ice. Now, I want to hear your opinion as to what you think. What will be the strongest factor causing the end of the world? You can unmute and share one by one. If you are ready with your answer, you can raise your hand. Share openly whatever comes to your mind. It's just a response, the thought that is actually coming to your mind. Yes, Bhumi beta, what do you want to add?
Both, both fire, both fire and ice can cause the destruction of Earth.
Yes, both can cause, but what according to you is the strongest factor? सबसे ज्यादा strongest कौन सा है? आपको क्या लगता है? Fire strong है या
Fire.
ice? Fire. Can you justify why you are saying fire? Whatever comes to your mind.
Because we are learning that we are getting to know from our day-to-day lives that but due to increasing pollution, heat is increasing and the winter season is decreasing. So that's why.
Okay, chaliye, you have given it in a scientific manner. Chaliye, welcome. Your response is welcome. Fire. You think fire will cause the end of the world? Yes, Bhumi beta, what is your response? What according to you is the most strongest factor?
Ma'am, according to me, fire and ice both are the sides of a one coin. Both have a ability to destroy the world. So I would like to take as an ice because ice because we all know that from out from the earth in space, we all know that there is no heat present, not at all heat present there. And according, I am giving this answer according to a film I have seen. I don't remember the name. It was an Russian film, and in which it had been mentioned that how the people die because ozone layer disappears and all the coolness from the space come into Earth, which caused a lot of in which caused a lot of destruction in the country. Whole people were dying. All the people were dying.
Okay.
So I'm giving the answer on that basis.
Okay, Chali, good answer. Welcome. Your response is welcome. Anybody else who would like to share? Vani beta, yes, Hanji.
Ma'am, according to me, fire will cause the end of the world. As according to me, fire means hatred and anger, and hatred and anger will lead to end of the world.
Okay, chaliye. Vani is in support of fire. Anybody else who would like to go for this answer? Share it openly. It's just sharing of thoughts. आपको क्या समझ आ रहा है? आपकी ओपिनियन क्या है? Which is the strongest factor? No one? Okay, then let's start with the poem here because we should not waste any more time. So if I talk about this poem, Fire and Ice, it is also an extremely compact lyrical poem. Here, not a single syllable, not a single alphabet is wasted by the poet. And the poet is also dealing with this age-old question, the question whether the world will end in fire or in ice. So he decides that he also is confused between these, that any of the two options would achieve its purpose sufficiently well. Right? कि कोई भी जो दोनों में से कोई भी इस धरती को खत्म कर सकता है, be it fire or be it ice. And thus people, the poet shares about the common belief also that every one has, and that everything that exists will have its end too. ये तो एक बरसों से चली आ रही एक सोच है कि धरती एक दिन खत्म हो जाएगी, everything is going to end. But the opinion of people, it is generally divided on this issue. Some think that the natural element of fire will cause destruction, and others believe that the ice will cause its end. And the poet, he has wonderfully related these two factors, fire and ice, to the in terms of human emotions. He has put these into human emotions and how he relates that how fire, it stands for passion, desires, love, the extreme passions, desires, and love. The unbridled, the uncontrolled passion and desires can cause the end of the world. How symbolically he is using fire and ice. And he says that how both these emotions are quite stronger ones. He has experienced both the emotions. And it doesn't matter how the world will end. Even hate born out of cold and icy reason is sufficient to cause destruction, the end of the world. So the brevity that the poet wants to achieve, the answer that poet wants to achieve, the truth, it still remains ambiguous because the question goes unanswered. Nobody can answer the question with surety that yes, the fire will cause the end or the ice will cause the end. But the poet, he's sharing his opinion that how both these factors are quite stronger one. अगर हम आज के युग में देखें किस तरह से ये जो लोगों के इमोशंस हैं, एंगर, जेलसी, uncontrolled desires, love, passion, lust, intolerance, these are causing destruction to the world. On the other side, the insensitive behavior, the indifference attitude of people, insensitive, indifference होना means किसी की तकलीफ को देखकर आपको जब कुछ महसूस नहीं होता है, when you don't go for helping others, when you don't think of humanity, how you become rigid, how you become cruel, the hatred that arises from cold behavior. He says that this factor is also sufficient to cause the end of the world. So let's understand more about this poem, what exactly the poet has conveyed through the poem Fire and Ice. So let me just quickly read the poem for you. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Now let's try and understand this simple poem, what the poet is actually trying to convey. So these first few lines, some say the world will end in fire and some say in ice. These lines describes the disagreement in general society on the topic that how the world ends. ये जो दो है, some say, some means talking about people in general, that what their opinion is, and their opinion is quite divided. Some people think that the world will end in fire, and some say that the world will end in ice. The poet here is merely just stating that how people debate how the world will end, whether it will be consumed by fire or frozen by ice. Ice and fire, these are the opposites of one another, and suggesting that how most people have entirely opposing views on this apocalypse, on this destruction, on the end of the world. Ice and fire, they represent two extreme emotions, if I talk about the symbolic references, and it could cause immense damage. And these are a fitting metaphor for the harbinger of death. Harbinger means causing death. It is symbolic reference and used as metaphor as well, which is actually the harbinger of death. And then the speaker, he goes for providing his own opinion. So he equates fire with desire, he greed with lust, fire with desire, greed, lust, rage, anger, contempt, etc. So he says, from what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Now take an example. A candle or a fireplace shows a person the way, है ना? अगर कैंडल जला लो तो वो किस तरह से हेल्पफुल होती है, आपको अंधेरे में रास्ता दिखाती है. इट्स वार्मथ, जो फायर प्लेस पे वार्मथ है, लाइट है, वो एक्ट करती है आपको ठंड से बचाने में. द कैंडल एक्ट्स एज अ गाइड. सो स्मॉल डिजायर्स आर नो ट्रबल. आप देखिए कैंडल की आग नुकसान नहीं पहुंचा सकती, फायर प्लेस की आग नुकसान नहीं पहुंचाती जब तक वो कंट्रोल्ड वे में है. सो इसी तरह से poet he says talks about the small desires, that they are no trouble at all and can guide a person to the things they want in life. अगर आप में डिजायर है कामयाब बनने की, तो वो आपकी जो एम्बिशंस हैं, वो डिजायर्स आपको हेल्प करती हैं उनको पूरा करने में. लेकिन ऑन अ लार्ज स्केल फायर इज डेंजरस एंड डिस्ट्रक्टिव. अगर आग भड़क उठती है तो क्या होता है? इट कॉजेस डिस्ट्रक्शन. Similarly, the poet says that uncontrollable desire, they pose danger and they bring doom to the whole mankind. एक हेल बना देता है आग जो है, पूरी धरती को बर्बाद करने की ताकत है इस आग में. And the speaker recalls his experiences. वो कहते हैं from what I have tasted of desire. So वो कहते हैं कि अगर मैं अपने एक्सपीरियंस की बात करूं, I hold with those who favor fire. So he says he recalls his experiences with strong desire, and he tends to believe that it is those kind of emotion, the impulses that lead the world to its doom, to the end. And the speaker believes that yes, the world will end in fire. So he talks about the two different beliefs, then he starts sharing about his own experience. He sides with those who believe that the world will end in fire. So the poet links these two very powerful elements of nature to human emotions, human behavior, and fire is the symbol of human passion. Fire, it also stands for unbridled desires, the uncontrolled desire. So uncontrolled passions of desires, of love, of will actually cause the destruction of the world. And the poet confesses that he himself has tasted of desire, कि उन्होंने भी ऐसे extreme emotion को experience किया है. And that is why he is aware of the potential of these uncontrolled, unbridled desires, the passion, the fire of love, causing death and destruction. आप देखिए लोग पुराने, द हिस्ट्री इज एन एग्जाम्पल, कितने राजाओं का अंत हो गया, ये जो वॉर होती है कितनी दुनिया इसमें बर्बाद हो गई, जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ द डिजायर ऑफ रूलिंग द वर्ल्ड। हेट्रेड, कहीं जेलसी में आकर कहीं किसी ने किसको बर्बाद कर दिया, कहीं किसी और रीजन से। So thus the poet, he is comparing the emotions. कौन से emotions? The emotions of jealousy, anger, contempt, intolerance, conflict, uncontrolled desire, greed, fury, lust, avarice, all with fire. So, this way, he explains in the first stanza that it is not that he has not experienced this extreme emotion. He confesses that yes, he has tasted of desire. And I hold with those. So, hold with those means I go with those, I support those people who favor fire. That means who believe that the world will end in fire. Next, he goes on to say, but if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate.
ਕੱਲਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣ ਕੋਈ ਨੀਂਦ ਪੂਰੀ ਆਈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਿਆ
Mute
ਕਿੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ
yourself. Mute
ਇੱਥੇ
yourself,
ਹੋਣੀ ਸੀ
beta. Kindly mute yourself. Okay, students, we just have 3 minutes left, so it's better we stop here. I hope the first stanza is clear to you all. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Right? So I hope it is clear. So we will discuss next, continue with the poem in the next class tomorrow. Right?